ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Zunbil series of Crusader Kingster here on Lord Master channel. As this day, the date of the recording is March 4th, which is the day that Crusader Kingster's newest DLC, Legends of the Dead, has been released. But obviously in this playthrough, this is still the old version of as it was before the DLC came out. But I can tell you this. On my personal computer, desktop computer, I mean, I record videos like these mainly on the laptop of mine, my Alienware laptop, and then and also I have turned off the internet, especially the Wi-Fi, just to prevent the, Steam from ever updating it, thus messing with my current playthrough. But however, on the desktop computer, my personal computer of mine, that I did try out some of that DLC a bit. As I took a look at the, all these legend seeds and such from different parts of the world. It's like, that's pretty interesting and all that, but I'm sure there'll be more of them that'll be popping up, especially when it's done by decisions. That's going to come from certain mods I use, like, of course, with Rice, obviously. And, heck, one would think in this current playthrough, I would have had at least 2 or 3 legend seeds right now. But, hey, this is before the time, okay? So now I'm 65 years old, still feeling fine. And the offensive war limit is still going down, which makes me kind of want to do just one more activity before we will finally return to the offensive, in which we will go towards Transoxiana. And basically this land just consists of Sogdiana. Just that, because it's mainly due to it's inhabited by both Sogdians and the Courtiers. While a few of them, did spread out organically due to, migrations and such. But nevertheless, which means we have to fight at least 3 or 4 wars. This one first. This is a possible second, and this one is the second or third war, and this is the third or fourth war. Because we need to control all this, so we can restore the Hephthalite Empire. Wait a minute. I kinda missed you there. You part of Kashmir, yes. I somehow missed you. But I'm sure you'll be willing. Oh yeah, oh, I don't know. You're ambitious and craven. You're terrified of me. It'll be easy for him to convince. Just give him some money, and he'll be right with you. There you go. Come on in. So there you go. That solves that little issue. That was an oversight on my end. But of course, that would mean I'd be gaining a whole nother vassal again. Which makes me want to form the title of the Duchy of Kashmir. But you are a very good diplomat. You are someone that we need. You're not a powerful vassal anymore. Yes. Come on in. And also in the meantime, I'd like to do a few other things. Such as, for once, let's reinforce relations with Silk Road communities. This time, East Asians. People of the Eastern Lands said to be erudite and just, they may also have connections with the Middle Kingdom itself. It would not be wise for you to seek their aid and friendship. It's time to improve contact with East Asian communities. This increases the amount of and chances of receiving gifts of prestige, renown, and to bring in East Asian specialists. So now I've decided to reinforce relations with the East Asian communities in my realm. A lot of these people come from the lands far away, especially from the Middle Kingdom, which is claimed by many for a land of justice and learning, one that has no equal among the realms of the world. Their knowledge and connections to the east will prove advantageous. And the reason why? This. Although, don't implement that right now. I mean, yes, I get a tiny bit of renown, but having these East Asian specialists, that's +1 stewardship and learning. But look, title creation costs minus 15%. Vassals will like me a little bit more, and so will the popular opinion. I'll use that when the time is right. Because knowing that we're going to be expanding again and conquering these places, these titles will be destroyed. And then I will use these East Asian specialists to further reduce the cost of creating these titles and distributing them. That is the idea that I'm trying to go for here. But in the meantime, I should also hold court just for once. And by the way, in that new DLC and free update, each time you hold a court, it will not only just increase court grandeur, but it will also increase legitimacy. So I guess that will make you feel encouraged to hold court instead of just do it whenever the heck you want, like I've been always doing. A peasant in front of me seems about to explode his sign. My lord, the miracles, the holiness, we've been blessed. His enthusiastic ramblings are confusing, but I finally get the gist of it. His enthusiastic ramblings are confusing. Oh, did I just forget? Okay, he wants me to sponsor the cult of a local saint who recently died in Moku. Prinjig was a miracle maker in life, known for chasing away Mara with a whip and preaching to the birds. The tomb is attracting devoted visitors from all over the realm. Oh, that's in Gaza. Let me see. Yeah, sure. You got it. Her Holiness will get the veneration it deserves. I'll be spending a bit of holiday just to get another temple holding. Another temple holding means, you know, all these sort of things. Yeah. Now, my lord, I represent the religious community of Kampa. While rummaging through modest archive, we've come across a very peculiar book. The cover was dusty, the binding fragile, and the pages were yellowed by time. It contained the most unusual drawings, and the script itself was unknown to us all. We are certain that it is unique in the world, long-lost vault of knowledge, a true treasure. Which is why we offer it to you. Perhaps it's the original copy of the Will of Vishnu, or it's a memoir of the world's creation. Hang on. I saw a bug that I was just trying to catch or kill or whatnot, but let me see. Serious book. Thanks. I'll add it to my collection. It's a permanent modifier. Gives me even more prestige. A frightful peasant strolls all too close before a guard steps between us. Oh, hey. Wink. Live with their scanty. Your lordness. I come here from his stock. For a matter of great eaten bought. His eyebrows one day. Yasei Shah. It all started I saw this. Prior as a goat wandered into the shepherd's wife nation shack caused a great mess, she did. Slaps his thigh. Oh yeah, you should have seen the magnitude. You don't say. Please go on. Well, I'm the man of the people these days. Just want to have further increased popular opinion. Come on. Come on. This is gonna bother me all recording, isn't it? Tiny little bugger trying to catch me. Okay. I did mention you need to do one little activity just to pass the couple of months. We should go to the trip to the Statue of Bamian. We haven't seen that many episodes ago. Well, obviously it's over there. It's only a couple months trip. Development, growth in Rome capital. I'm all about development, so why not bring local tax collectors? Travel is safe. I'll go for this. Examination. Study the statues, artistry, and legends surrounding these wonders of the world. Appreciate them better. Okay, 50 piety. And these studied and reflected on these Bamian idols. That'll give me some lifestyle experience. Just, I'm trying to get more of that. Because I'm all about medicine. Many have heard the great valley of Bamian, and the magnificent luminous statues of monumental size carved to the side of the cliff stack. These idol statues are of uncertain origin, though there are rumors that heathens are going to worship them, or that they're used to in the older days of yore. Either way, made plans to cross more than a few mountains and valleys to visit these famed idols to admire their beauty. I can't wait to see the statues. Welcome, vassal. You'll be very useful to me. I know there are others that want the position just as badly as you, but to me, despite of your cowardice, you will definitely help keep the vassals, in line to respect me. And as I've stated before, I am a true man of the people, so I'm not worried about offensive war modifiers anymore, which I will soon get to work on. That's the second time. Who's your lover? So you can be married. And don't name it after me. Because of what you did? Where are you traveling to? Oh, you come with me. Gotta get you a spouse for this. I ought to be careful because, alliances of another realm could prove an issue. Haven't found a spouse, have you? Wish I could sway you. I'll tell you what. I could send you a gift just to, ransom you out of there. As I tell you what, here's the money, and try to ransom yourself out of there, and then when we get to you, after we conquered Sogdia. Maybe we could try to vassalize you. Shouldn't be traveling out in the winter, but don't give it care. Here. We have arrived before the statues of Bamiyan. They are as magnificent as the poets describe them. Two towering figures of standing stone carved into the mountainside. My entourage and I marvel at the glory of these two statues. The larger of which is known as the Red Idol, and the smaller which is called the White Idol. There are some here who still follow the so-called Buddhist religion and worship these idols. Intrigued by their heathen practices, I decided to discuss about their religious rituals and why they worship these idols, who they claim to represent their spiritual teachers. I am not sure about the validity of these fanciful tall tales, but it does help me understand these heathens and their ideas better. Of course, a Zunist would never call a fellow Buddhist a heathen. Let's be honest here. After spending some time at Bamiyan and visiting the marvelous idol statues there, it's time for me to go back home. Needless to say, the idols lived up to their reputation as wonders of the world, and I'm glad that I got a chance to see them before my very eyes. 10 years. What an inspiring visit that was. Now let's go back, and then we'll be ready for war. Because we're making such great fortune. Turning a bend on the path, we come across a group of people covered in dust, emerging from what must have been an impressive tomb. A horse brought up sacks that jingle and jangle, weighed down by the trinkets they dug out of the ancient building. Times are hard, dear Shah. Our families must be fed, and we're not doing harm to anyone among the living. The leader looked up to us with such trepidation. He clearly realized that this does not look good for them. The Shah has got 89% chance that I pick out a precious treasure and acquire an ancient treasure. 11% chance that nothing special catches my eye and get the money. Just another ancient treasure. Traversing through the desert mountains on the outskirts of Baglan, we were suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders out for blood. Another set of riders rapidly approached the nearby holding, led by Agbad Spitamana. I'm very pleasantly surprised by the altruistic demeanor of the local Agbad, and I praise Zun that they arrived just in time. Spitamana circles back around, the victorious grin on his face. You should join us for some Turco-Hephthalite hospitality at Baglan. It would be my honor. Wheat storage 3 years of debt. What have you done over there? Should we? There. I gave him the money so he can be ransomed out of there. When we get to you, so... There's a good possibility that once we have it removed... Oh, ho, 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 so close. After conquering Sogdia... And, culture acceptance between us isn't great, but... I would just love to come over and visit you. And another one is to propose an alliance, which is another way to make it work. Now, how long does it take to assemble an army here in bulk? 7 months. 7 months. That's how long it'll take. Right. I'm looking. Not gonna actually do it because I'm trying to remind myself. What for? It's prestige of piety. Sacrifice to gain a beneficial character modifier, whatever that may be. Maybe we should sacrifice a goat after this war. It's a gamble that I may be willing to take. I mean, you've got a very good chance there. You will most definitely keep those vassals in line. And people do not like an incompetent chancellor, so. And of course, look out for those who aren't too accepting. Especially those of different faith. You're going to be the first person that I'll sway. I guess we'll also have to deal with them. At least we don't have to deal with Fergana. So, gotta conquer their duchy, which is gonna cost this amount of prestige. So, I'm confident in our ability. We're gonna start, and hopefully, we're gonna win it. Just bring out some levies, and when the men-at-arms come to available, stop gathering. Because we want to be there as soon as we can. Unless they're bringing mercenaries, then that'll be an issue. And I am not terribly worried about that entity way over there. The army of Bahara. They have armored footmen. We will most definitely devastate them. I think that should be good enough. Stop gathering, all of you. Our combined strength shall defeat them. But you know it's going to take a long time to get that fort level of Bahara down. We need to catch them. We have them. We have a bit of advantage. We've mauled them. That's a 50 war score. Still take Peikand. That's a well-developed territory. Small minority of Zunists live there, so be careful with that. Power our sacred stories. Grand diviners have often quotes passages from the sacred stories about holy virtues. I should prove that I have paid attention by quoting a passage of my own, preferably one which complements his personality. I'll say his ferocity because of his callousness. I'm sure the Grand Diviner said something about the virtues of being wrathful. I cannot recall his exact words, so I'll ask. Unfortunately, he's rather conservative. What are you talking about? Those are not the words of Zun. Perhaps I should read the sacred stories more often then. Plus, lower fort level. Why take Pekan first before going out to Bahara? Give me that cat. Then is the name. 3 months. Wife, as you drew your last breath, the leaf washed over me. Perhaps I should be ashamed, but in truth there was no love lost between us. Finally, I'm free to start my life anew. And not one day too soon. Why would I say that? She was a good woman to me. Was it because she was a peasant leader at one point of her life? Is why I did not respect her? Never appreciated her? And she was good to me. But I am willing to be remarried. Find someone with high stewardship, because that is badly needed. Regardless of age, because having more children is not a priority, because that's what concubines are for. You just need someone who's very good, skill-wise, and that woman is a Samoyed, a Siberian woman, which I'm sure you are. I was about to say way over there, but no, she's over in Abyssinia. Surprisingly, but it's still gonna take a very long time to get here. Just get over here. Need your talent. It's because of the domain limit, you see. There we go. Now we're at the limit. Travel safely. And since she has awfully high stewardship, yikes, that would mean she'll get there fast. Talk about travel speed. I think it would be best to bypass Valhalla and take Nakshab next. I exit my tent to siege camp sprawls up before me, bristling mass of humanity, living and dying in filth and squalor. Flags flap and flutter all along the horizon, and at various intervals fires burn. Cut timbers lay stacked like a wall outside tents. My low routine approaches me before the siege is ended. Get him off God's sake. The others come. Oh jeez. The old talk of Pekan stands before me, a smoking pyre, a grey shadow amidst the ruins of my conquering army, a desolate wasteland of parched fields and smoking hovels dotted with blood and perversion, witnesses to a nightmare beyond hell itself. In the fields between the dead dying lie, in 2 long rows, suits stained and rigid, giant wooden doors hanging twisted, charred black frames. The windows of the tall stone keep are strewn like silvers of broken glass onto the cobblestone street, and blood-blackened wreckage sits prompted in piles in abandoned doorways. Shock survivors stumble about amid the still smoking rubbles of houses overrun by my ravaging men. Walls of griefs arise from unseen, wounded souls, spilling up from the desecrated Ground, venting their fury like a maritime storm. Smoke hangs and all over this hellish destruction. Limited looting. Okay, do not siege Bakar because that will take twice as long to do so. So it would be better to take Nakshab and then we'll have the war scroll. We don't need to occupy their capital. There goes my falcon. Thank you, my friend. Zulmad has come of age. He is the heir to Wakan, but I think he might become the heir of Transoxiana in the future. Because he'll be the one to inherit that. Because that's something I want once I form Hephthalite Empire. I want my sons to run all different kinds of shahdoms. So, he's a brave, humbled sadist. He'll definitely serve in my army. Hit the max, but all I need to do is just occupy for the conquest of Sog. 96% crud. And we took the political investments. I step out of my tent and rub my eyes. Siege camp sprawls up above me. A mass of sticks, dirt, bodies, and humanity. The smell of it fills my nostrils, fouling the sweet clean air. What an intoxicating smell. Such a mixture of bodies, mud, sweat, and human waste. Pennants navigate away in places held by the crooked tree limbs. The work is endless. The earth is a morass of mud and bodies. The air is foul and musty beneath the canopy of tarps that cover the tents. The sweet scent of horses, sweat, and leather intermingled with mixtures of blood and dried shit that cake our boots and cloaks. Low retain approaches and forges and sieges at me. My bodyguards head to the edge of the camp. The old Dock of Nakshab stands before me, a cantankerous collection of stone and wood that seemed to somehow breathe. Black limbs tangled and intertwined, teeth bared in the grimace of agony. In the fields between, a dead and dying lie scattered, abandoned to bugs and vultures. Unburied bodies are heaped in gruesome mass grave. Row upon row of arrow-pierced shields and mark the outlines of hasty ramparts. Grieving widows wandered in charred daisies with empty hands. Prison, everyone. Take Dabuzia next. And we got a parrot. Oh gosh. Okay, 4 months' time. These two are siege men. God, the war went on a little longer than intended, but that's because I was trying to avoid Bukhara. Porogat, heir to Munjan. My friends died and I inherited some land. Hang on. I'll deal with that. I step on my tent. The siege camp falls up from me. Rows of tents, packed into tight squares of round, moldering canvas, extend toward the old Dock of Dabuzia. Jagged rocks jut from the ground like a herd of charging horses. At the crest of the hill, about hundreds of yards to the west, is a huge wooden catapult, but today it is dormant. Flags flap and flutter all along the horizon, and at various intervals fires burn. The work is endless. The earth is a morass of mud and bodies. The air is foul and musty beneath the canopy of tarps that cover the tents. The sweet scent of horses and sweat and leather intermingled mixtures of blood and dried shit that kick our boots and cloaks. Now the Otak of Davuji stands for me, a blasted ruin. In the fields between, empty carts dot the lanes, abandoned by panicked villagers, and stone houses stand darkened and looted, windows shattered, prayers dangling like tattered bandages, bodies littered the square. The stench of smoke and flesh reaches across the cold black expanse between us. Black-veiled women wail and tear their hair. A fierce house of despair bursts forth the tortured and dying men. That's a win for us. As I've stated before, that war went on a little longer than intended and I had hoped, but we'll take a small break and we'll see if you want to become my vassal. 1 sec. 2%. Oh, what do I gotta do? You liked me well enough. Him, on the other hand, is compassionate. He'll be much more willing. It doesn't mean I want to get rid of that man. His lunacy is not an excuse. The main difference is because of different faith and not the rightful liege. We shall see about that. In fact, I fear that I think we should bypass him and go after Fagana. We can vassalize him by other means, you know. Now, there's another way to increase the cultural acceptance. I mean, the Sogdians are still around, yes? So, give them some culture acceptance between us and the Sogdians. I know what to do. One for you. And then another Sogdian noble there. Now, which one of you two is better skilled? Well, you're both even. You're a military man, so you deserve it. Kotal is yours. Yeah. Now, how do you like me now? 1 sec. Still won't accept, as I'm trying to increase the culture acceptance between us and them. Now, who's getting Bahara? Baraksha, Dabushya, Kabulistan, Madjan, Samarkand, Bahara. Let me see. I was about to say, I think it's doubtful that we have any Zoroastrian characters. I mean, not like those, huh? But I mean, those are the local faith. I think I may have saw one. It's Coruscant. Yeah, Kurmas, that's what I was looking for. for a possible, you know, revival there. Actually, you may want to look at your prisons. You may never know, you've probably captured a few Zoroastrian curators. Right. Aha. There's one. Come here. I got something for you. You're gonna thank me for this. Now, listen. You may not like me. And, yeah, giving it to the proper culture does increase the acceptance. Yeah, that's more like it. Get on out of here. Hang on. As I've stated, I mean, it's a very tiny, you know, percentage chance of acceptance between us. I'm just checking. Like, what's the speed? That's yearly, mind you. Buildings are disabled. We'll wait for it to be enabled again. Just want to hold Bahar temporarily. Spitamana, my son. Uncontrolled territory attacker advantage. Sounds good. Go for disciplinarian. Yeah, that would do. Truest to the bonds. That would be an excellent thing to have. Although now I'm large enough to just form an empire for myself. But no, not until the major goal is complete. And of course, as I stated before, if we can't get him in, there is one last chance. Propose an alliance between us. So what do you say? Thank you. Now get in here. So that way we don't have to fight a war against you. So I guess we can forget about the idea of this and just go back to developing this county, our capital county of Balk, which I've said before, it's going to be a great and grand place to have. And that title's destroyed, but I will go after it. And that offensive war thing has got to go down bit by bit. As I'm 66, still feeling fine. You know what, for once, let's increase it all since we can, you know, afford it these days. About damn time, you know. Since you can afford them. I'm only holding these two here temporarily. There's a good reason to. Gave me enough renown. Hang on here. This is it, gentlemen. Splendor Reborn. And unlocks the embellished capital decision, which enables me to improve my capital at the cost of a recently conquered county. Embellished capital. In the Grand Persian tradition, one's throne should be escorted of a splendid city. Splendid thriving city. Balk shall become such a place. Let it evoke the splendor of Babylon before its fall. So, you may choose a suitable architect from your court as well as a project pursuit. This will greatly benefit your capital county and may additionally provide bonuses such as prestige, piety, or renown. Unavailable for 30 years. It's once in a lifetime for me. Health is poor, lower. Sorry to know that. No, I do not have a royal architect, but I do have a someone who's qualified to be excellent. Damn, poor nailing, but Nana, who is the heir to Kabulistan, who is also my tax collector. I think you should do. Yes. Because I don't want to be the one to do it myself, because I feel like I would, So, my royal architecture will be charged with overseeing the construction of a grand new addition to my capital. Getting a courtier to do so, or a child to do it, or... Look, if I do that option, to me, I think I would have to be a character who is ambitious or diligent. That would be suitable if I were to do this, but instead it should go to my royal architect, my daughter, born in my capital. It is long overdue that the people of the Mazapanate of Balk enjoy the sight of a grand new building project. I couldn't have chosen a better charge for this undertaking than Nana. She has my full confidence. We could use the loot recently plundered from Samarkand to ensure that it becomes sufficiently splendid. That would be surely anger to the populace. Alternatively, I could benevolently fund this undertaking from my own coffers. How much is it going to cost? Oh, not much. Oof, I wouldn't do that. So I'll self-fund this enterprise myself, because we can afford it. We'll invade Fergana sooner or later. Nana is working diligently. Are you diligent, by the way? She's patient. Yep, she's perfectly qualified. Despite her, you know, relations. So she's assembling a workforce in our new project. Resources and workers are being carted in from Samarkand in droves. Everything will soon be in place, my love. She declares. But what to build? I have thought of a great mausoleum, clad in lapis lazuli from the mines of Saizang, or perhaps a refurbishment of your castle in a traditional style. It would certainly impress your subjects in bulk. We could also expand our qanats, fountains, and baths, and decorate them lavishly. What do you prefer, Shah? Well, regardless, we do have a very high popular opinion and more holding taxes here. But knowing you, I'd like to have a mausoleum for our dynasty. For her, it's an 81% chance that this project exceeds expectations, an 18% chance that the project goes according to plan, making it 100%. It has exceeded expectations. Just what I want. I mean, hell, I could have done it myself. Oh, and just my birthday, 6/7, and I'm still feeling fine. Ah, you made it all the way here. You may be a Tengrist, but you and I are gonna get along. Just only need you here for your stewardship skill. Today at the quarterly meeting with vassals, something very unusual happened. A heated argument between myself and none other than Amir Zadab of Munkan. To make things worse, the prick started to ridicule and patronize me under the guise of respect and deference. Incensed of his behavior, now I need to decide how I'll deal with this challenge, as my image is on the line. I'm not as dreadful as I used to, so I'll threaten and humiliate the vassal in front of everyone. So other vassals will become wary of your sort of threatening posture. It's just a way of saying, friend, shut your mouth! Fragana is alone. And remember, in future, we can invade the kingdom, spend all this prestige, and when we look at their defenses, the two baronies, or we could just take this and bypass, take the capital instead, which is going to be the likely manner. And we'll have to fight one more war to take Nasrabad from the Karluks. Yeah, we decided to take it from Samarkand. That's one of the reasons why I said hold it for yourself. Going to be active in a couple months, as is this one. Really? If I offer you vassalage, you'll join in. Ow, son of a beeswax. Maybe we could try not to fight a war and see if we can try to, do it just like it is. Already proposed one, have one proposed alliance active. Definitely will not accept. Not as young and eager as I used to. But there is time to try to learn the language. I don't know why, but I kind of want to go visit the realm and just tell them that, make an attempt to try to improve relations. Could propose one alliance, one. This just sounds like a stupid idea. I don't think he'll accept it because of different faith. It says, hey, don't you want, because you can have multiple spouses, and then, yeah, that doesn't work like that. And there's that one negotiate alliance, which I'll wish I could break it up. Well, people do not like lunatics. And he's a kinslayer. So I'm sure there are those that want to get rid of him. Yeah, that's a way to end the local alliance. Why don't we just murder the guy? I mean, I'm a vengeful soul. Why the hell not? Do it! Need to break up this alliance and try to negotiate with him. That's what I'm going to do. There. Get to work on that. I'm gonna go pay a visit, because I'd like to travel. And make a lot of money while we're at it, obviously. Especially when it comes to development growth. I'm trying to be smart here. Our journey to Fergana has unfortunately brought us to the wastelands of Chamajan. We're not prepared to undertake this long stretch of a single source of water, and many of my companions have begun to look as awful as dried turnips. I need to do something fast. Inspiring speech may quench their thirst for now, and made it so. My idea is to try to improve relations. Independent rule of opinion increases bit by bit. You know what? Do that instead. We already pleased the vassals enough, as I have other means. Meanwhile, everyone is still talking about the many talented entertainers that Exron Arash, rest in peace, gifted me a while back. One of them, however, stood in particular, Arda, who is of Hakatkan ancestry. She's Armenian. Shah Katana, Vikramaditya, tells her one day, I think I speak with everyone here that Arda is an entertainer like I don't see it across Silk. It would be a waste to let her languish as nothing more than a mere servant. Nay, I say it would be proper to promote her as one of the regular members of this court, as a reward for such a wonderful service she's provided us. It is a bit unorthodox suggestion, but not unheard of. And I ask the kneeling Arda what she thinks. She meekly responds with carefully chosen words. I only wish to bring joy to your court, no matter what you require of me. She is pretty. Plus, Silk Road entertainers, that's +1 diplomacy and intrigue for that. You'll definitely deserve it. I'm gonna make you a proper courtier. You got it. Do I have any old concubines that... Yeah. Sorry about this. Need a new keeper menagerie for this. Just want you out of here. That Armenian girl is gonna be my new concubine. Keeper menagerie, keeper menagerie, keep. You'll do. How would you like it? They better not raid my land, otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Well, my old caravan master finally croaked. He was one of the best. I'll take it back. She can make it move faster. As the procession rolls through the farmlands of Kokand, I spot a peasant walking along the side of the road with no shoes. His feet are bloodied and swollen. The carter must have been walking for a long time. As I passed him, I looked close to his face. The sad, sad eyes, the grimace of pain. Perhaps I could help somehow. Get this man some shoes! Well... Yipe. That's my grand diviner. It's just a little cough. He's got pneumonia, and he's about to die. What the hell do you want me to do? Okay. Now, listen here. I mean, that is you, right? Let's try to get to know him better. 66% chance that I flatter him. 33% chance I insult him. I insulted him. Oh, that didn't work out well, now did it? Come on, let's go home. No reason to be here anymore. We done made him mad. Old age. When the time comes, my agents will need a safe escape out of Akush castle. Very the good wrong. Detailed map of the local mountains, its hidden paths and caves will be an invaluable resource. I'll explore the mountains myself. I've always fancied myself as an outdoorsman back in my day. At least now we have an idea of what kind of strength we're dealing with here. So again, my plan is to, try to get rid of this man. There's another mufti. Again, nobody likes a lunatic. Just gotta make the progress go faster. It's because it's gonna take about a year. We ain't got a year. Not interested. Ditch! I'm Ronaldo Bulk. My best dozens of men in combat, and honestly all those fights were dull. So here I am, on this road, looking for someone better than me. Someone I can learn from. If you could best me in combat, I'll become valuable and loyal servant. So on this day, I demand to meet you in a fair fight. I'd be less valuable. 99% chance that I beat him. And you're welcome to join. And of course, she disappeared without a trace. None of these choices are adequate. I'll find someone else. Just say, hey, any of you have the traveler trait? I'm willing to recruit you. And also, we're likely in the need of a new physician. You there. Come here. God dang it! You might be our new caravan master. He's one of the good ones. Actually, no, he's the better one. I care about travel safety rather than speed. He won't do anything to me. How does he know? How does that man know? Because if I don't assassinate him now, I can't get rid of him. Now the day goes by while my stewardom and my daughter running. This time the cross seems to be over bulk of all things. As the Mazapan and the bulk becomes more prosperous, should its taxes. Let us raise them now rather than let's tax Christians. But doing this will slow the growth of bulk Americans. And again, my direction is to develop, not to tax the county. I'm all about development, so Uma raises a good point about this. Will the pneumonia take him? What's he doing? Is he leading the raider army out there? Look, I'm sorry about the insult. So, mind if I give you some money? Oh, so close. But if I could speak his language, he might be able to respect me. Keyword may. My Courtiers Servash, whose mnemonic has been aiding me all day and night in my efforts to learn West Iranian. His dedication to the art of teaching is inspirational. There's not a day where I'm bought to a West Iranian letter to read. I've learned it Sogdiana, son of man. To converse with or an extraordinary mnemonic rhyme. Sure, I'll not be far to that as well. He's doing his job well. Our economy is shot now. Oh, I know why. Oh dear. What happened to you? Give Samarkand away, despite the benefits it gives me. Yes, I'm above the vassal limit. Which again, I do have ideas. I didn't know that was an option, that you could do that manually. Okay, good to know. Anyways. So I guess the proper thing is to increase the size. So... whatever stewardship I used to have, it's gone now. Keep going on. And I want more cats. You are very bold but very greedy. But based on her education, I'm sure she likes to focus on diplomatic matters. Who's getting Bahara again? My son, Ratbel. Why don't we just form the damn kingdom? Instead of just, you know... This is where this war comes to play. As I said, I do not want to fight another war because of the fear of offensive war. And we need to fight one more war against them. So why do you just form the damn title? Well, but first, let's do this. Bring the East Asian specialists, so... Gotta ask them to find me talented people from their homelands to come here. From scholars and engineers, strategists and cartographers. There's so many kinds of experts and far we can entice to work. Get a tiny bit of renown. Also further reduction of the total creation cost. I'm in great need of talented people. In the present era, there are many along the Silk Road who believe the peoples of the Far East seem to be experts in administration and skilled in the fine arts and learning. Perhaps such an assessment is a great exaggeration, based on fanciful tales and questionable stereotypes. There is no doubt many talented people live in those regions. Anyways, due to my connections with the local East Asian community, I come into contact with some rather talented individuals with abilities in a wide variety of fields, ranging from poetry to hydraulics, history, agriculture, military logistics, and more. A number have agreed to work with me in my administration. Their skills will greatly assist in managing my territories. Good on you. Okay. Don't need to create the title as soaked, but we do have all the counties. And this is how much it's reduced. It was originally 500 gold, but due to ducal conquest and East Asian specialists, it's now 325 gold. That's the total. Shot him with Transoxiana. Now, get in here. No exception, though. Because one day... This would mean that we can only fight just one more war to get to the last title that we want. Welcome. Now, of course, this is really gonna hurt us regarding overexpansion. Because I'm still feeling fine. But now, who's gonna get the Transoxiana title? Devraz, you're now the new one. For now, I will give you Bukhara. This is your post now. And to make things better, you are also gonna be its satrap. Here. Shahzada and satrap. Which you will have Transoxiana one day. For all. That'll help lower the limit. While I still keep the more valuable, you know, over here, home of the salt mining settlement. Now these people up there, they have a lot of alliances. Some are in their realm, which is fine. But there are others from many different places. That could become an issue. Most of them are from the Tibetan lands, which I'm not too terribly worried about. And they are in the middle of a war, which they are committed to helping. And it started just a few months ago, so they're still gathering. So basically, we just need to take that, and that'll be it. Yes. But do not underestimate them. Two of my sons are taxpayers now. $300 is the amount of gold when we complete this. Take a drink. Hold it right there. Hey, would you like to be a vassal too? Is at war. Because you seem reasonable. Because, you know, I do have intentions to enter to the Taran Basin. And maybe one day have personal control over Kucha. Because that's the home of Kuchian music. It gives me the ability to, you know, send gifts of entertainers and whatnot. But we shall see. We might as well drop the act. This isn't going to work. So I want you just to prepare for war. That's all you need to do. What happened? Come here. I wonder why you two haven't had children yet. You could stop now. Stay. Let's see. Powerful vassal, huh? Oh, you can handle that, no doubt. Anybody that tries to overthrow you? But you ain't gonna do nothing to me. Offensive war is down to 12 now. So in this case, move the rally point in Fergana, so we could be closer to get to the objective, and then hold it, and if necessary, continue to expand downwards in the mountains and the deserts till we defeat them on the battlefield. But if we, as we stated before, do not underestimate the nomads. We don't know what they're capable of, but all you need to do is just take this place and hold it. Perhaps lure them over here to give them a false sense of security, to say, hey, they're gone, and then we'll come in and beat them out of the mountains. Yeah. I'm over the language limit, but... Ah, yes. This would definitely help. Yes, I will focus on my lifestyle realm management. Oh, I think I know why. No. That's not why. Yipe. Wait a minute, you survived pneumonia? See what? Wow. That's not a cat, that's a ferret. I'll take it. Gitika Gurdri. What kind of name is for a ferret? Come on, give me the next perk. Here it is. It's doubtful that I may get these last two, because it feels like I've been searching for immortality and I want to get it. And how long would it take to get the whole army en masse here? 8 months. Just for future reference. And plus, it's a good place that you're going to assemble all of them in the farmlands, as it's a much higher supply limit. Get over here. Oh wait, that's you. Oh. It's Nana. You're younger. Come here. Just trying to limit my spending. And this would also buy me some time to Oh, you've become zealous. Not to mention you're of the wrong faith. Looks like we may have a real issue coming up. Because, you know, you're Muslim, and there is Zunist. Something tells me that we gotta get rid of this person. And we will. You know, all these agents are no doubt mainly Zunists. So I think it would be better for realm stability reasons for near future. War of Revenge. Been taking these on. I'm still abiding my time, because I'm waiting for the offensive war thing to go down bit by bit, knowing how long that Sogdian war took. The mightiest of men must leave this earth. In hope of good words, there is no dear. 'Tis rare enough for men to admit. All that they leave behind is shit. Well, who the hell are you, neighbor? I don't know how I feel about this. And the poem is mocked. Oh yeah, their army's far away now. All the way to the other side in the Taran Basin. Since it's fighting one of the wars, which means we could theoretically just start one, take the objective, go straight to the capital, and get the old man. And then, war over. Easiest thing in the world. But their capital there is quite distant. And lack of development out there. And it's desert and it's winter right now. You know, it takes months to assemble an army, but you get the idea. I'm 69 years old, and I am fine. I will admit that I've opened her cup runneth over. My steward Uma has been reviewing the tax ledgers and identified a few inconsistencies regarding Nana's collection records. Inconsistency that amounts to nearly 80 gold. The only logical reason for such discrepancies is that Nana has been embezzling from the crown. I've called her before me to answer these accusations. It is true, my liege. I'm somewhat ashamed. I implore you to see the cunning of my actions. A skill you might be able to see to might avail yourself in your future endeavors. Hold on. Excuse me. Why would I push? You will return what is owed immediately. Give me it. I could imprison you if I see you. Okay. This is a way to punish. Hang on. I'm gonna use that hook on you to say, please report to prison, and your penalty is to pay more gold than me. It's like, okay, you return what you owed, and I do mean all of it. Where is it? Cannot be ransomed. Damn it, I want my money! I could just get another hook, you know, it's like, haha, and I get to keep another hook on you. I just wanted the money, that's all. Over the course of several months, the dynasties in my region are all planning a grand foreign meeting, in which, of course, I will be invited. Everybody expected me to deliver this speech in a conference explaining how to address matters of state, while delving on my dynasty history and feats. I must, however, decide if the risk of delivering an uninspired speech is worth the hassle, and I just let everybody down by staying here. Well, I'm a man of diplomacy, I'm a diplomat. Let me see here. By picking this option, I'll present a speech at the Assembly of different dynasties. Positive results will showcase my personal prestige and dynasties renowned as a model to follow, while negative results will cause disastrous consequences for both my prestige and renown. Influencing positivity on my high diplomacy, high learning, being shrewd, being patient, being calm, being curious, and being arrogant. However, negatively, low diplomacy, low learning, being dull, patient, wrathful, shy, humble. All deliver the speech then. Gotcha. There goes my tiger. Zunists play in bulk. It's brought to my attention that Parka, a renowned Zunist playwright, attempts to hold a performance of his work titled The Passion of Zun. The price of admission is steep, but it is likely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to witness Parka play with one of my own eyes. A pious night at the theater it is. Ah, hell. Now not get back to your old post. As I watched the play unfold before me, it quickly becomes clear why Parker is so well known as a literary genius. The prose, the performance, all of it which makes me feel as I'm witnessing the events of the sacred stories unfold in front of me. As if I were there to behold Zun's work myself. Once the play is drawn to a close, I find myself alone with him. I don't know about this, but I could write better than this. I'll give it a try. The hour is late, and I could see the flicker of light coming from the next room, where the door is left ajar. I gently push the door open and find my daughter Nana with heavy eyes bent over an open ledger. Another stack of ledgers standing next to her. She lifts her head and notices my presence. Oh, forgive me, my lord. I still have to forget these tax accounts. Don't be embezzling! Because if you do that again, I'm banishing you. And the only time you ever come back is when I pass away and you get your land. So allow me to help. As that if I catch you embezzling again, there's going to be hell to pay. It's been quite some time since I originally vowed to outdo the inferior worker Parker. As the ink of my scribes grows dry, I admire my own work. 2,000 Hephthalite Knights is a work of deserving to be called a masterpiece by my own humble reckoning. The only question that remains is, who should play the lead role? One second. Myself in disguise, of course. I'm a man of diplomacy. I stood at the lectern to present my speech to the dozen dignitaries present. I felt nervous and unsure of the place. Next followed some most excruciating, embarrassing moments of my life when my words faltered. My writing revealed itself poor, and my deliverance of the boring message was atrocious to say this. In the end, everybody in the hall was at least unimpressed, at the most having lots of fun of how I could humiliate myself and my dynasty in such a way. Oh god, what's the penalty? Oh! Negative renown. Won't bounce back. I take a breath and prepare to perform my play, assured that it will be impeccable when we hear to deliver its pious message. I take a deep breath and recite my rites flawlessly. The audience surrounding me finally captured my words. I lined up my masterful interpretation of the tales from the sacred stories. As the crowd erupts in applause, I'm sure I outdid myself and showed Parker how a real Zunist writes a play. What a great night for Zunists everywhere. There you go. Offensive war, I think that's good enough. Plus, they're all out there somewhere. When you look at one of their commanders. In Chile. Yep, deep in the Tarn Basin. Far away. We could strike now. Go get it. 9 months. Possibly less. Umar and Nana's quarrels prove injurious to the realm's finances. Neither wishes to correspond with the other, and as a result, payments are often overridden, misplaced, and even lost. As I grumble over this, I aspire to Paris' contributions to the realm. How easy it is to be to lose this sum and have each other blamed with disappearance. These two have been at each other as of late, huh? My marshal hesitated brings my guest. Political Paul asked me to promote Cockaball to the honor of commandership. I believe that you might have wished to have sent him as beforehand. My army is not a nursery. Man-at-Arms is not yet deployed. Deployed, but I think we can just keep gathering because we need all the men, because we don't know what we're up against. The enemy is hidden. If they ever try to go down a place like Wakan, you know what to do. More agent schemes being removed. You're a good son. One thing's not to back on, that's cannot particularly resist this fair treat. This next sweet snack of one part nougat and one potent poison, forgotten by my agent from the chum. Bon appetit. He's dead. He swallowed the bait, gingerbread and all. No time at all. He was clutching his throat, wheezing for air, before collapsing to a small heap on the ground and never to get up again. He was 11. All bakers in the area were questioned, but no trace of foul play could be found. I had to do this. I had to do this for realm stability reasons. It's just to keep the Zeljuk Zunists around. I did it for the stability. What is going on down there? A claim for the satrapy. Oh, they want this man back. Okay, that's good enough. Stop gathering and go. As I pursued my offensive wars, my vassals started to become more and more despondent regarding the support for the carnage I started. Reached to the point where no more political maneuvering is enough to call their utter distaste for the state of affairs. Oh gosh. There's gonna be factionalism for this. Well, keep your concubines in handy. A few weeks ago, a meeting of the most prominent members of my dynasty was called, and I happily hosted everyone. After much talking, some bickering, and a few sweet remembrances of our past, it was decided by a majority that everyone would contribute to the strengthening of our dynasty by giving the amount of gold necessary to further our own interests together. After looking at my coffers, the windmills in my mind started rotating. Well, I'll pay my contribution. That'll get the renown back up to the way it was before I screwed up. So yeah, now there's an anti-war movement in my realm. I'm about to reach my goal. Vikram has been performing exceptionally well. Oh, every taxpayer, just tend to these people. Every taxpayer that's signed to him, they should look at me more favorably. As a loud bell chuckles across the dining hall, all conversation probably ceases. My grand diviners, they blush, pats his stomach and grins. Ah, better out than in, my dad always says. Various courtiers exchange incredulous glances before my courtier, Samharaja, looks at me and exclaims, "My Shah, that was wholly inappropriate. Sorry, you must agree." Grand diviner or not, he will learn this proper manners. Months. No sign of the enemy. Don't forget, if you're desperate for cash when you go into debt, you got these people. You know, start off with this one. We've taken the objective. I exit my tent to huge canvas reservoir of massive canvas, of half-constructed wooden frames, of rope, blankets, and lean-tos. Pennants snap in a stiff breeze. Figures hunch over campfires, tossing on wood or brushing sheepskins clean. My lord return approaches towards the Varlik of Nazarbad stands for me, a wreckage of burning wood and broken stone. In fields between, trees and flax are flattened, houses and barns are reduced to kindling. I scan the roads of stone houses and with lightless windows and crumbled walls. Shock survivors stumble into the near dark streets, their eyes wild and white. Women crouch by the water casks, cradling infants, slapping hot ashes and burnt wood assault my nose of a sour stench of sickness and rotting flesh. Now, limited looting and prison everyone. Now. Oh, that's one of the allied armies. They have a better advantage over us. I don't like that. Oh, they're committed to our war now. And he's out traveling. For what reason? A state visit? But as I said before, damn, that can't be good. Because maybe we have to go get his woman. Everybody traveled with him. They're out hunting. That's what's going on. They went out to go hunt over there. In Imil. This one's a 4 level 2 compared to 4. Guess I could take this. And then fall back. I did want another cat. 70 and I'm feeling poor now. Oh no, not the typhus for my son. I have a limited time on Earth, so get going. No, no, no. Pull back, pull back. Get up to the area where there's good supply limits so we could resupply. See if we could try to, you know, defeat them on our turf. How much does it cost to repair the watch posts? 80. That's good. Living healthy. Alright. No longer poor. That means, okay, so all we have to do is hold the objective and just defeat the bastards. By the will of Zun, why am I so sore? I slept well, as well as I usually do. Whenever I stretched, I could feel my bones. All but spuggers, they scrape against each other. I stare down at my hands, closely observing the nails, yellow with age, top of the skin is frankly more than mine. It's difficult to imagine that youth once surged through this flesh, hot and violent. Ah, why do everyone's joints creak like this? You know, you still have that one alliance, so you might as well call them in. They got good numbers. Why the hell not? Something to get them off our backs. Because if they take one of our lands, then it's going to be a problem of fighting on another front. Zun be praised. Do not move. We need to resupply. Let them have their fun up there. We won't be there until, 6 months. That would be way too late. Thank you. Glad he thought of me. It's the damn winter. It's partial. We can defeat them on our turf, but also they are in 2 years of debt. I was not aware of that fact. Where the car looks. Oh, that's them. That's the main enemy we're supposed to face. You just don't remember what that symbol looks like. Those are the bastards you must face. We're gonna be starving up here. In 69 days. We're gonna be starving after we fight them. This is just no good. We were stretched thin. But as long as we make them keep them away from the main objective, we should be alright. Owner's 1 year debt. We'll get rid of him. Enemy reinforcements on the way, but we're a much higher advantage. You're against the people of hostile faith. Not to mention you're a bit reckless. We should have the advantage. And we do. Enemy reinforcements arrived. We got them. We got their son. That's their heir. Okay, so just wait one more month and then war's over. Unless you want to beat them in another battle. But that's the max. There we go. Lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. There it is. Okay. I'll make it up to you. You can have it. Just to get you on our side. And maybe one day I'll tell you to convert our faith, even though you are a zealous man. And that's alright. We'll deal with you one day. We can afford it. So now, this is how we're going to end the episode today. Centuries ago, the Hephthalite Empire struck fear into the hearts of the peoples of Persia and India. Yet our ancestors were not mindless brutes. They were also thinkers and artists who created beautiful monuments, and diplomats and traders who had relations with China and Rome. It is time we not only honor their legacy, but to rebuild their great empire. So, I will be known as the Khan of the White Huns. And that's a fame trait, as Katana is going to be the current Khan of the restored Hephthalite Empire, carry on the legacy of the fearsome wars that still continue to strike fear into the hearts of many across the Silk Road. Natural dread up, vassal opinion up, and more advantage for us in the hills and mountains. And also for the rest of my elderly life, as I've been living a little more healthy these days, I'm going to gain Chosen Emperor in Zun's name, as this character led the effort to restore the Hephthalite Empire. In doing so brought the glory to Zun, the great deity who has been worshipped by a number of Hephthalites for generations. Whether this character believes in themselves or not, many devoted to Zun believe this ruler is the chosen of Zun, and that thanks to their efforts, all in this world shall know Zun the mighty, Zun the unerring, Zun the unassailable. So diplomacy will go up for the level of devotion as it's going to go up quite a bit, and so will the piety and the prestige, obviously, and a monthly court grandeur. And we'll have the Hephthalite Empire title, and will be my primary title, and our dynasty will gain 1,000 renown and fervor for Zunists, because that which matters little, and gains Warriors of Zun doctrine, which for all Zunist faithful will have +1 number of knights, and the defender advantage of +5. With the resurgence of the Hephthalite Empire, the worship of Zun, the Hephthalite solar deity, is blossoming. Warriors near and far are proud to fight in the name of their fiery sun. We got all that we need. 300 gold. That's going to leave us with 1 and spending quite a bit of prestige. So now, let's get down to business to restore the Huns. They once knew us as the White Huns, as raiders, marauders, destroyers, but they also once knew us as traders, artisans, diplomats. And then, just like that, the great Hephthalite Empire faded away, broken apart, remembered only in folklore and the writings of scholars. The memory of our glorious past was not extinguished, however. We survived in remote mountains and valleys as petty rump states. From there, we rebuilt our fortunes and reclaimed our heartland in the Pamirs. And now, the Hephthalite Empire is reborn, and I have been crowned as its Khan. We are no longer faded memories. The world shall tremble beneath our hooves of our cavalry once more. And once more, the people will whisper in the awe of the Hephthalites across the world. We are reborn from the ashes of our forefathers. And now, centuries ago, they were called the White Huns and feared by many, and then disappeared just like that. The Hephthalite Empire disappeared into folklore and the writings of scholars as it collapsed to the mosaic of petty rump states. However, Hephthalites endured despite increasingly assimilated local populations. Not too long ago, they've reclaimed their heartland in the Pamirs. Now they've taken another step towards reclaiming their former glory. Shah Katana has crowned himself Khan of the restored Hephthalite Empire. Hephthalite power and influence is expanding once more. Their armies, and now it is declared that they tend to embrace their legacy as feared warriors. Those who live in snowy mountains like the Pamirs know that winter doesn't last forever. Spring has come, and the snows have melted. A new spring dawns for the Hephthalites. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Hephthalite Empire, as you can see. While it retains its colors and all that. It only took us 122 years since the game started that we went from this to this. An impressive effort. And of course, you know, most of the west was done by my Seljuk vassal. So yeah, that was the major goal of this series that I've done, and now it's accomplished. But the series will not end there, obviously, because now the challenge is, can you hold this empire together before you even think about expanding to the areas where the Hephthalites once had their influence towards, such as towards Khwarezmia, and the parts of the Tower Basin as far as Khotan and Kucha. Let me rephrase that. I plan on expanding our influence to there, to those about as far east as there and as far west as there, before we kind of settle down and figure out, well, what to do from here. I still got a pretty good couple of years to go around, so all I have to do now is just sit back and start making some fortunes again, as we are near broke. We've had a lot of money, and we sure have spent a lot. We sure did. So, we'll figure out what our next challenge of this next chapter of our story will be. So we hope you people have enjoyed this episode. So finally, the Hephthalite Empire is reborn. The Hephthalite Empire, that is Zunist. With the warriors of Zun. Special doctrine there now. Let's wait 1 second. Okay, just wanted to, make sure everything is registered. Such as, here's your new number of knights. There's room for new men-at-arms. And no room for another tax jurisdiction. Knowing that we'll have to reduce the size of our, what our empire will be like. Knowing that, what tile's going to, such as Spitamana will be the next Shah. And Nana will hold Kabulistan. Artasura will hold Punjab. Devraz for Transoxiana. And of course all my other children get to hold all these lands except for Gunavaman. Well, one can't win it all, but... And finally, our offensive order. Yes, we will take a break. There will be peace. No more warmongering, right? There will be peace in our time. To start making some fortune. Perhaps some sacrifice be made. Festivals. Now keep in mind, everything's expensive now, since you're Empire tier now. So I'll figure out what I'll do next in my elderly life as the Khan of the White Huns. So we see it in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.